Sorry about that. I had a power cut. One of my inverters on my solar panels, which I've got to swap him out tomorrow. He gets a bit iffy when it starts raining, and it's raining here. So I do apologise about the break of communication just then, but we're back now, and I've turned that one off, so it won't happen again. Have I turned it off? Yes, I have. I've turned him off. Got to swap him out in the morning. So, yesterday, wait for a few of you to jump on. I do apologise about that, guys and girls. I do. We had a little power cut there. I'm sat here chatting to myself, going, "What's going on?" Yesterday was interesting. I think I was discussing with you at the point where it got to about 2:30, and me and the lad said, "Oh, let's go and find somewhere to have a little bit to eat." And that, you know, I don't mind going out to London on these days, having a few beers and a bit of grub with my mates. I quite like it. But I don't take cash now. This pub, the Red Lion, opposite down the street, no cash, cards only. And I'm chatting with them. They said, "Well, we're just doing our job." I said, "That's all you get now from anyone that works in any corporation." Well, I'm just doing my job. I'm just, copper, why'd you bash that woman over here? Just doing my job. Yeah, I've been told I can do this by my bosses. Everything rolls downhill, doesn't it? Everything rolls downhill. Red Lion is the MP's pub. Oh, is it? Oh well, we weren't. I went in there, right, and I needed to use the men's room, you know, for a little pee-wee. And this blonde bird at the gate, I said, "I need to use the toilet." She went, mask. I went, "No, I'm exempt. I don't need to use none of that stuff." And she went, "Hand sanitizer?" I went, "Nah." And the way she looked at me was like she wanted to stab me. And anyway, I come back down. I went, "Listen, lovely, you have a lovely day." I said, "You're a special one." I said, "Thanks for your time." And she went, "Oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right." Morning, Claire. How are you, sweetheart? Red Lion is the MP's pub. Mikey knows. He knows all about it. Shirley F. So, yeah, we got out there and they're talking about the road. All these squadrons of coppers there come running down. They beat a very elderly woman up, bless her heart. Cost loads of people over the head, nicked all of the equipment. Why? Because they can. Because they can. They're self-appointed master race. I mean, and for me, you know, this is a thing. When we just when we turn a blind eye, oh no, this ain't going on, Dave. You're talking nuts, mate. What's the matter with you? Sort yourself out. Go and see a doctor. Well, okay. Don't worry about it. Just keep letting it ride out. Keep letting the fact that your politicians hide behind men with machine guns now. Lock the whole buildings down. You can't go in and hold none of your public officials to account. You just crack on. Keep going. Keep going. Just let it ride. Let the levels of violence from the system and the old bill abusing us in our private capacity. Let it keep going on. Crack on. Let it happen. I could smell that coming in the air yesterday. Disgraceful. Yeah, well, it was at 2:30. There was something changed in the air. I could feel the bat. I thought, oh, feel a bit funny now. And I've had some lovely cuddles with loads of people out there yesterday. Angelica and her mate had a nice cuddle with them. Loads of people. I met Jason Noter, Jamie Freeman, Kate, his partner. Just loads and loads of people. Russell Burt, Tony Piper. I met loads of them, and I'm lucky. You know, all they show me is love, and that's what I'm about, man. I'm about the love vibration, you know. And if I had enough to give to everybody in the world, I would, because it don't mean a lot to me. We're supposed to be. This existence should be about our souls, right, and how we're resonating. We shouldn't be living in this fear-based situation of, oh, I can't pay my mortgage, they're going to take me out. I can't pay my electric bill, they're going to turn me off. Having smart meters, if I don't keep up that prepayment plan, they're going to switch it off. I mean, fucking hell, what sort of a country we're living in? And prepayment meters, Telefonica, they're all linked up to a network called Telefonica, which is Spanish. So if you don't pay your bills, because you can't hold anyone accountable, they press a thing, turn this one off, and Telefonica in Spain go, bosh, no gas for you, no electric for you. Cool, dear. Talk about a Hunger Games situation. They stopped it because we weren't social distancing. It was only about, I don't know how many thousands. There were people saying that there was 50,000 people there, but I'm not seeing it. I don't think there was 50,000 people there at all, to be fair. To be honest, it's very hard to count how many people that were there. However many people you could stand side by side in Trafalgar Square was pretty much it. There was little food stalls there, you can have your little Christian food. I didn't have none, but my mate Toad did. Little donation, grabbed his food. Lovely people. They stopped it because apparently we weren't social distancing yet. They are penned us in making us stand more together and then sent us to Trafalgar Square, roaming the streets unmasked. They're unbelievable. And then everyone went down to Hyde Park. I didn't go to Hyde Park. And then this German doctor, he got arrested. David Icke apparently got arrested. So if anyone's got any info on the Icke man himself, you might want to let me know. People were handing this out yesterday. SOS 2020. What's happening in our world? One crisis after another. Coronavirus, which is political. Lockdowns, economy at risk, freedoms restricted, around the world, unrest, conflicts and riots, natural disasters, droughts and fires, earthquakes, storms, floods, food and money shortages. That's coming. The food shortages are absolutely coming. You best make no mistake about that. The things happening now line up with the great worldwide crisis prophesied for the last days before the return of the big man. Increasing wars, famines, plagues and earthquakes, population of the earth and problems with the environment, people afraid of what is coming on the earth. Matthew 24, Luke 21, Isaiah 24, Revelation 6 and 8. Growing disorder and loss of freedom in a world in crisis. World moving towards a new kind of dictatorship using technology to control people. We're already there. This is prophesied in the Bible for the last days ruling of the Antichrist in Revelation chapter 13. The Middle East is a center of conflict. Israel restored to a nation and the status of Jerusalem and issue involving all nations. A hostile force coming against Israel from the north prophesied in the Bible in Ezekiel 36:9, Psalms 83, Psalms 102, 16, 18, Zechariah 12:14, Luke 21, 20, 33. As you know, the Bible is my favorite book in the whole world. Message of the Bible under attack, growing persecutions of true believers in Christ, while the good news goes out to people around the world. Matthew 24, 5, 14, 28, 11, 20, Timothy 2, 2 Timothy 3 and 4, Revelation 17, 16. There is one hope for the world. Jesus is coming back, looking for the blessing, hope and glory appearing of our great God and Savior, Jesus Christ, who gave himself for us, that he is might to redeem us all. Titus 2:11. The crisis situation now coming on the earth will lead to a time of unique troubles. Jesus says, for then there will be great tribulation. Mate, tell me that's not going on right now. Tell me that's not going on right now. That isn't it. It's great tribulation. We ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing yet, let me tell you. We know that the Israel and Jerusalem have been reunited. We know that the Jewish people, bless them, have been reunited in Jerusalem. They took back their Holy Land in 1967, funnily enough. Come on, you lazy buggers, get hitting the like button, says Phantom Tom Prophet. If you're scared of COVID, wash your hands after you hit the like button. Exactly. Like I said earlier on in my Facebook feed, my mate's son come home from school during the week, and he only noticed this by chance. His son kept touching things and was, oh, fucking hell. And he went, what's up? He went, Dad, my hands are so sore. He said, well, why? He said, they're making us wash our hands 6 times a day at school. This kid's hands are cracked, raw. He's like, right, I'm fucking having this out now. Kids, if you're washing your hands 6 times a day at school, you're washing all the oils out your epidermis, and you want to be careful because then you are proper prone to infection. What are the digits that you use all the time throughout your whole day? Yeah, you might go and kiss a plate of glass. I don't know if you're kinky like that, but most of the time you're using your hands in your everyday activity, from picking up a cup of tea, picking your nose, picking your bum, doing whatever you got to do, right? I know how people are. They're animals. We're all animals, okay? But your hands are the things that you're using all the time. So if you break down the barrier here and you break down all that skin barrier and that epidermis and the natural oils in your hands, you're open to all sorts. You're really going to get sick then. Let me tell you. Shout out! Oh, I got the vid 1984, and I let's get it up. Shout out for Lacey May, please. Sarah Harvey. Yeah, go on, Lacey May. How are you, darling? You all right? And here's another that says it will hold 35,000. I don't know what that's with reference to. To get the message that we're totally against all these dictates, we need to sort the amount of people lie we saw for the poll tax demos. Yeah. Well, we had massive, right. Crikey, I've got a frog in my throat. I know it's not a pun at the French. We had massive turnouts for the poll tax stuff years ago. We remember the Arthur Scargill stuff. We remember the miners. We remember the police coshing and beating the shit out of the people there, keeping them under control. You got no idea, man. Trafalgar Square capacity. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. I do love you. You're such a lovely man. Karen Campbell, my beautiful little orangutan friend there. Yeah. Ooh. Lovely jubbly. Karen's in the room. Her profile picture is tops. She is a cheeky orangutan. Let me tell you, have a spoonful of honey, make a spoonful of honey, makes the medicine go down. Yeah, exactly. Trafalgar Square capacity. Okay, cool. I've just read that out twice. Lord knows why. But seeing yesterday, man, seeing the police bash the crap out of people. Well, I actually didn't witness it because I'd walked off down the road. I went to go and find somewhere to have a couple of pints. Yeah, unbelievable. The amateur videos of the way the police are just going in costume people over the edge. Fucking hell. I don't know who these people are. Right? I don't know who they work for. Personally, I think they're Luciferians. They've got to be working for the devil, man. You cannot have a decent people. A utopia. We're hardly a utopia, are we? Everyone's got mental health issues because they can't pay this. Their kids are being taken away. They've got problems with this. They could face eviction. Do you see what's going on here? No one's settled. Nobody is absolutely 100% settled. Everyone's sleeping at night, but never, ever really settling because we don't know nothing. And the corporations are coming after people and taking their stuff and this, that, the other. It's disgusting. We need to think of a new way to protest. Imagine a chaos for misplaced few road codes. Nice swing. I mean, for me, nothing will change unless we take direct action. And direct action means everybody coming together, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people actually focus on one thing. And rather than just going protesting and listening to people speak, that's a waste of fucking time. And to be honest, I didn't go yesterday for that. I just went to meet a few of my buddies. I didn't go for none of the protesting. I never did. And I never really have done. I go to see people and, catch up and get the vibration of what's going on. That's all I go for. Yes, Mike, they would. Yeah, they're not our brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. I'll never forget, right? It must be 10 years ago. My little local kebab shop up the road, right? They had a little geezer looked like a bulldog. He was as wide as he was tall, like a little weightlifter. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to wrestle him. He probably bent me like a pretzel. Apparently, he was an illegal, right, Turkish geezer in the country, no, Bulgarian, in the country legally and all this stuff, right? Bearing in mind the systems let him in the first place. It's all like cat and fucking mouse. But this van turned up, this Mercedes van, unmarked, and these Gestapo people come out, and I'm watching all these people from HM's Border Force and all that come running in this shop, right? Strolling around like they own it, and I'm thinking, I'm sat there having my breakfast thinking, it's like I'm in some Nazi movie. What the fucking hell's going on in here? And this one geezer's got, they love putting their hands in them lapel things, in them body things they got. What? They give it all that, didn't they? Fucking pathetic. He's looking at the menu because I think he's a bit hungry. And he dropped some money out of his pocket. He dropped a £10 note. Back then, I think a tenner was worth quite a bit of money. It's probably worth what £20 note is now. £20 ain't worth nothing, is it? And it never is. It's just fiat currency. And it's just going up and up, hyperinflating all the time. So he dropped it. I went, mate, I said, you dropped your money. He went, oh, thanks, mate. I said, mate, I'm not your mate. I said, you've made me feel ill watching the news lot this morning. I said, who are you? The fucking Gestapo. Oh, I'm here to protect you lot. I went, don't kid your fucking self, me old mate. I said, you're scary bastards. I said, do we really sponsor this with our council taxes? Is this really what we do? Son of Ike Wilson, David, we are much more than animals. The Freemason policy officers are human traffickers, details human trafficking. Of course they are. Yeah, big time human traffickers. We pay for the place. Yeah, we are their entertainment. We are now the system and the police's entertainment. For their banking structures, for their mortgage companies, we are just there for their entertainment, for their easy pickings. That's what we're there for. That's just what we're there for. We're there for their amusement. Whenever they feel like they want to inspire themselves, then they come and pick on you with their weapons of war, their letters and their red letters and that. And the next thing, you've got a copper who's working for the corporation, jumping over your gate and coming in, taking whatever he wants, really, or whatever they want, because they can. They're the master race. I never thought I'd see this happen in this country, but it is, and we tolerate it, and we seem to think that it's a nice way to live, and it's not a nice way to live, and we keep turning a blind eye to it. I was like, oh, man, don't worry about it. Well, you carry on with that ethos. Carry on saying, no, it's all right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, it's all right. Yeah, you watch what's coming, because you ain't seen nothing yet, ladies and gentlemen. What about fancy dress? Can you imagine the psychology of the police beating up the Seven Wolves and Little Red Riding Hood? It would be a political nightmare for them. They wouldn't care, Phantom Tom. They'd still be bashing the seven dwarves up. They'd kick the granny out of them, especially Grumpy. Grumpy would have it big time. 1381 Commons, you peasants. Yes, mate. Carmen, nice to see you. How you doing? Come on, Carmen. Come on. Came on. That's it, came on. Karen Campbell, no, they don't care about anything. They couldn't give a rat's fuck. Yeah, Grumpy, yeah, they'd smash Grumpy first, wouldn't they? And then Dopey would get it. I laugh because I thought about it too. Great idea. Like on the Statue of Liberty, the ship was at the bottom to be sheared. Yeah, mate. The ship at the bottom to be sheared. You kidding me? So, what do? Do we just keep turning a blind eye? Dave, don't kid yourself. The people will rise and turn on the press and take back our rights to go about our business as free Englishmen. Let's hope so, love. I live in hope. I'm here, to try and rally the souls of my country. I thought of you yesterday, Mike, when I was watching Nelson up on his tower there, looking down over his fleet. I told everyone, I said, he kicks down his flesh, because what you told me. You're a clever man. Why protest in London? Why not someone else? Exactly. Protesting don't work. What about Sneezy? Yes, Sneezy's gonna get no, they won't touch Sneezy. Might have COVID. Full-blown anal exams. Yes, they love a bit of the anal beads, the old Bill. Mate, the way they bashed this woman about yesterday, she's just there minding her own business, having a nice time, communing with her brothers and sisters, wanting to get her country back. That's what everyone's there for, to spread the light and love on all this COVID juice nonsense. This political virus. Can't go in the pub after 10 o'clock now. No, you communistic Trotskyites. You can't. You're not allowed to, because the virus strikes after 10. It's got a tape measure, a clock. It's fucking clever. But it's political. This is purely a political virus. They're loving it. All these lords and ladies on there telling us how dangerous it is and how many thousands of days are getting it. It's fucking bollocks. I'm not seeing. Listen, are you seeing any evidence of this? Are you seeing any evidence? Who do you know that's got it? Who do you know that's died of it? Anyone? I don't know. Nobody. I don't know anyone that's got it. I don't know anyone that's died of it. I don't know a lot of people. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Certainly no one that's died of it. I've had people come to me and say, oh, yeah, my uncle's had the snivels. But I've just shared a video of a woman that has had some respiratory issues and she denied hospital. I'm trying to think what her name is. I just shared it on Facebook this morning. She's well worth a listen to. And she just put up another, She just put up another video this morning. Let me try and find her. And she's saying, like, if I'd have gone into hospital, she said, Lord knows what would have flipping happened. She said, but I weren't having none of it. And all she's done is dosed herself up with all the vitamins and minerals. And she's as right as ninepence now. We got to do something, ladies and gentlemen. We can't just... Now they're talking about a third wave. Geez, what we in? A fucking wave machine? Yeah? What we in some sort of swimming pool with a wave? Turn the wave machine on, Sam. Put it on high volume. That's it. Let's get the waves going big time. Jesus Christ. Still don't know anyone who has it. London belongs to Khan. Windsor is a nice place. I meant sheep, not shipper. Hello, Lauren. Lovely to see you. I spoke to someone who lost a loved one to cancer. They were put down as COVID and calls, and they got it changed. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Our government are lying, treasonous traitors. I'll never forget my mum taking me out to Traitors Gate years ago. I've still got the photograph image in my brain of what she told me and what Traitors Gate was. And I don't know why I was so fascinated by it, but I just knew that at some point in my life it would be quite poignant and significant. You know, I'm off Facebook now. So what's going on in the world? David Stanley, nice to see you, mate. How are you? I don't blame you. Facebook's dirty, isn't it? Facebook is the videos and the stuff. I mean, Facebook will get you down. I live stream on there from time to time. Try and muster the people's spirits, and that's all I do. And hopefully try and bring some common sense back and rationale to this clown planet that we're living on. But is it all in vain? I don't think so. I do believe that we're having a big effect. I do. I have to live in that hope. I really do. I'll come in the spirit. So, you know, that's all we can do. Governments still work for you, dictators. Absolutely right. This is the EU, ladies and gentlemen. Come into something when people are scared to go to the NHS in case you never come out. It's very dangerous, Will, isn't it? Local councils paying double for COVID patients to be put into homes. Sponsored murder again. Oh. Well, Dr. Vernon Coleman, a national treasure that he is, has quite clearly said in many of his videos that there's over 20,000 more elderly people that have died this year than last year. So you make your own mind. And the ironic part about that again is at some point you'll be in maybe a nursing home. Myself, if I ever got to the point where a nursing home was looming, I don't know what I'd do. I wouldn't go into one, and whether I ended my life and asked for forgiveness, I don't know. But I'm certainly not going into one of them nursing fucking homes. You seen the food they give you in there? They deny you water. Jesus. I thought sage meant wise, but sage is a metaphor for oppression and control. The woke trots and lefty levies are being allowed a voice. We have to get back our rights and freedoms. Absolutely. If you think you're out of the EU, you're sorely mistaken, and Boris is well aware of this. Yes. The EU will destroy Britain. I like England, to be fair, before they let us go. Moses said, let my people free. He did, yeah. The new that's in Exodus. Has the Queen been arrested? Lord knows. The Queen, for me, the royal family, what a dastardly group of people. It's just my own personal opinion, by the way. They've never done nothing for me. And to me, they're just men and women. I don't see them as, you're right, she might wear a crown. But what the fuck? I mean, she's going in, she come in the world the same way, she's going out the same way. I've always looked at it like that. Allowed to die, they are 600,000 plus. People over 90, they are getting cold, and what a good job they're doing. Yes, mate. Do you know what, Mike? I'm absolutely glad that you can see this. I'm glad that for your wisdom, that you can see this, and I hope that your partner Maxine also, who is gorgeous, by the way, can see this as well. Councils are the enemies, and they proved it yesterday. Absolutely. Apparently yesterday, the people that done the organising for this Trafalgar Square event had got permission from Westminster Borough Council for it all to go ahead. And they announced that at the beginning of this thing, you know, and they were saying this is completely peaceful, there'll be no fighting here, no violence, no nothing. And there wasn't. But the police still come in about 2:30, 3 o'clock and smashed the granny out of them. So, yeah, this is how much you can trust your local councils and your politicians and the Tell-Lie Vision. Because the Tell-Lie Vision has demonised yesterday But yet they take the knee for the BLM. It doesn't make sense. So the BLM's obviously controlled alternatives, and there's a narrative with the BLM. I'm not getting into the BLM myself, but for it to be allowed to manifest, and for no violence to be meeked out against the Extinction Rebellion people and the BLM, then it's controlled, isn't it? And it's being allowed because all I see yesterday was lovely, lovely people in a very high vibration of all skin colours and races and all coming together and saying, yeah, we've got to get our country back. And yet the police come in and smash the granny out of them. All paid for by your local council taxes. Lucky you. You're so lucky to have such beautiful public servants. You really are. Ian, if you go into Facebook, there's a guy who will help you. If you give me your email address, I will send it to you if you can't find it. What's Ian chatting about? Let's have a look what Ian Sermon's having a chat about. Nice to see you, Ian. What's the best way to sue the police? I've had a case dropped by the CPS or the Crown Prosecution Service. Oh, the devil's fucking advocate, if you ask me. So yeah, have a look at Crime Bodge on YouTube. His various cases against the filth, and he's one of them. Crime Bodge, actually, beautiful channel, man. I do my stuff live on YouTube and Facebook. It's my preferred method. Why? Because I can interact with you guys. I'm not scared of talking. You know, I could talk for hours. To be fair, on whatever. I really could. Equalities Act, worth a look. Yeah, but that's an act as well. We have natural rights, ladies and gentlemen. You'd like to think we have natural God-given rights, but the police and the system seem to have taken all of our natural God-given rights away and given us privileges. But what privileges? What is here that wasn't created, that will still be here when we leave, that we wasn't given? Given right and dominion over this lot. Why are we begging to our authorities, local authority? What is a local authority? Disgusting. It was dropped after I put in paperwork from Common Law Court. Well done, Ian. Yeah, the Common Law Court. Actually, I was on the train yesterday going out and I met these people. I had a little prayer at Staplehurst train station because I was like, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm never going to wear a mask. I need protection on this train today. And I got on the train and instead of doing a right, I was going to go right and I thought, no, go left. And I walked down, I see these people here and I thought none of them have got masks on, which was a good sign. So I sat behind them and I was listening to what they had to say, and I turned around and went, "Are you going up to London?" Oh yeah. And I sat with them, and we had a right, and the journey, which is 50 minutes, it just went like that. Really nice people that I met on the train. Can see clearly what is going on, and yeah, we had a nice time. On the way back, when I got off the train, coming up, I was walking up the alley to get onto this estate to cut through to where I live. And there was a man and a woman walking up, and I heard her saying, "No, I'm not wearing a mask." I wanted to slap that woman and said, "I've got to put a mask on." And I said, "Have you been to London?" I went, yeah. And this woman's Natalie, and she's added me on Facebook. She's in my village. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to understand is there's more people paying attention and actually becoming proactive to make changes now than you can give credit to. Let me tell you, there's so many groups out there starting up, which is fantastic. But what we all need to do now is just come together. Yeah, we need to have an orgy of groups. Yeah, a spiritual orgy of all these groups just going, fuck